Hello guys, today we'll be talking about 1917, the movie based off World War One. So I watched it yesterday, and yep, today we'll talk about the movie. So basically, it's about two British soldiers who basically have to go across enemy territory to deliver a message to save thousands, hundreds of peoples, including the brother of Blake. So yep, basically they both go to a different front to save people. And yep, I'm not gonna spoil the whole movie because that would ruin the whole purpose of watching the movie because you would have to see it for yourself. Basically, the whole plot of the movie. There's lots of very shocking moments in the movie, and I don't want to spoil them for you. That's all I'm gonna say. But yep, we'll be going over the parts. The cinematography in this movie is probably some of the best I've ever seen of any movie, and that is saying a lot. There's lots of good, shots in this movie, and really there's only one cut scene where it fades, where the main character gets knocked out, and ba- you know he gets knocked out by the other soldier, and basically the whole point of that scene, oh, he got knocked out, so he felt he was asleep the whole time, and he basically has to go to the next line to save people, and yeah, there wasn't no they didn't really show the bit they didn't really show like people killing each other on the battlefield like in Midway, but it was still a good storyline. The storyline was still pretty good. It's about going and stopping the war, the battle from happening because the Germans were gonna trap the people and the war. And yeah, there are some a lot of the cinematography is pretty great. Not really CGI. There isn't really much CGI in this movie. This movie isn't really CGI heavy as Midway. Midway is more CGI heavy than this movie, and both movies have the same budget, but this movie is less CGI heavy. And this movie really is like one continuous shot of a movie. They don't really ever fade or fade to the next scene. They actually have it like it's one continuous shot of the movie, and it's like like for example in Star Wars, those scenes where they skip to the next scene or to a different area. They literally made it where it was like one continuous shot, and that's a lot of effort they put into this movie. That's a lot of effort they put into this movie. So yeah, this movie is amazing. I think it's a probably amazing movie. If you have not seen this movie, I think that you should see it and see it for yourself because really that's all I have to tell you. It is one of those movies where you have to go and see it for yourself. You know, Dice 13 is one of those movies where you have to go see for yourself, and you'll probably be amazed at some of the cinematography and scenes of this movie as well. And yep, that's so. What score do I give it? I give it a 10 out of 10. Best movie is basically is what people say that film is art. Well, this movie is an example of that. And also, this movie isn't woke at all, so you don't have to worry about any wokeness in this movie. Okay. Yep. And even the quote unquote offensive part with the Indian soldiers again, Indian soldiers did fight in World War One, so it is realistic that there were Indian soldiers and Asian soldiers in the movie and black soldiers because they were probably drafted from British colonies in Africa and Asia and French colonies in Indochina and in Africa. So it's I think yeah, all people of all races probably fought in this war, and yeah, and then I think by the time America was also in this war as well, so there were probably Americans in the battle as well. Whereas of course America is very still had minorities as well that probably fought in the war as well. So yep, I don't know why I blabbed about minorities fighting wars because yeah, that's basically about war 1913. It's a very great war movie, and that's basically it. Goodbye.